Hello students, how are you all? I would like to welcome all my dear students, 5th B1 and B2 to our online class teaching, subject Social Studies, and today our topic is Major Landforms, the lesson number 4. Major Landforms, lesson number 4. And this is session 7. Last 3 lessons we have covered, right? And today we are starting a new lesson called Major Landforms. You may ask the question, what's the meaning of landforms? That also major landforms. Major landforms means if you look at our earth or surrounding, we may see some places are mountains and some places having flat lands are there, some are big mountains, right? And we have water bodies and then surrounded by waters, right? So likewise we have some types of landforms on the earth. So today we are going to deeply study about it. Look at the board as I explained. In this lesson we have few new words. Shall we learn that first? Look at the board, new words. The first one here I mentioned Himalayas. The first one Himalayas, that is a mountain. Second word mountains. We have already learned the previous lessons, right? Mountains. You can pronounce along with me. Landforms. Himalayas, mountains, landforms. Okay, these are the new words. Now shall we see what are the major landforms? Look at the board here, major landforms. Now here I have listed 5 types of landforms. First one, mountains. Mountains in the sense, the mountains you have seen, right? We have mountains, okay, that is one kind of landforms. And then we do have plateaus. And then we also have plain places, plain areas, and we do have deserts, rivers. Yes, these are the landforms. And then look at this image. This is, just imagine, this is the earth. This is the earth. In 29% covered with land. In all earth, 29% land, okay, and the rest of the 71% full of water. In this land only we are living. In this 29% only people are surviving. We have landforms, we have houses, we have flat house, and we also have mountains, we also have plain areas, different landforms, right? And rest of the 71% covered with water. We have rivers, oceans, and small rivers also, dams, etc. Now remember the number: 29% land, 71% water. This is the part of earth which covers, right? Okay, and then now you can look at this side. This is the shape of the mountain. Now, is the mountains are plain like this? No. It is having height, the peak, like this. Like this only you see the mountain, right? So that shapes are called conical shape. These shapes are called conical shapes. Okay. And this is when we see flat land, flat places, that is also plain areas we call it. Now I will show you a picture from the device and I will explain the major landforms.
The major landforms, what are the landforms? Let's see. Mountains, plateaus, plains, deserts and rivers. These are the major landforms. In landforms, these are the places we see. Mountains, plateau places, plain areas, desert, and some of the small rivers. Okay. And also If we talk about mountain, as I said, it is 900 meter above the sea level, and then it also cover 20% of the total land area. It covers 20%, and then mountain differ in highest and shape. They different in height and shape. One mountain will be smaller, one mountain will be bigger. There are different size of mountain. They have very steep slopes. Slopes means the corners, right? Climbing up, coming down, that are very slow, very dangerous when we climb and come down on the mountains. The highest point of the mountain is called peak. The highest point of the mountain is called what? Peak or summit. Mountain peaks are mostly conical shape, that we have learned, right? And we also have young mountains and the old mountains. Himalayas and Alps are young mountains. They have formed recently, and they are high and have conical shape. Conical shape means the in the mountain the top part is called conical shape. And Aravallis and Appalachians are the old mountains. These two are the old mountains. They are very low and they have round peak. This two has highest peak, and this two have low peak. Means in this low peak means it will be flat on the top, right? So it has round peak. We should know, students, how the mountains are formed. Several mountains may join together, form chain or range. We should know how mountains join together and make chain, okay? And mountains often have series of parallel ranges. They are in parallel ranges which may extend for hundreds of kilometers. The Andes in South America and the Rockies in North America are two examples, because some of the mountains they extend more than 100 kilometers. Continuously mountain would be there. That is example is given in these two places. Got it? Now we will discuss the importance of mountains. The importance of mountain. Mountains have thin soil cover and steep slopes, as we said. The soil is very thin, and because it is very thin, the soil is very thin, it is difficult to grow crops here. We cannot cultivate anything. And the mountainous regions are thinly populated. There is not much population, because people cannot survive on the mountain areas. More people cannot survive, and this due to an unsuitable climate, shortage of flat land, and difficult in transportation. Because why people cannot live on mountain? Climate is not suitable, and the flat lands are not commonly seen, and for transportation also it is difficult. Can we travel with bike and car on the mountain areas? No, it is risky. So transportation is hard. In spite of all this, mountains are very useful to us. How? We will see the importance of mountain as listed in 4 points. Mountains act as a barrier against cold and hot winds. Mountains can bear all cold and hot winds. Rivers originating from mountains provide water for irrigation. The rivers sometimes originate from mountains. Those rivers helpful in providing water for irrigation. The slopes of mountains have rich pasture lands and valuable forest. In this mountain, some of the mountains, there might be pasture lands and valuable forest. Forest also there, where animals can live, where there are more trees in the forest. Last point, some mountains are rich in minerals. In mountains, there are minerals which are useful. So, these are the 4 points that we have listed down. Students, in the next class, we are going to study the major landform plateau. Now, we discussed about mountain, the major landform, that is mountain. Next one, plateaus, and we do have plain areas and their importance, desert areas and importance of deserts, rivers and the importance of rivers and how it is used. Okay, and so we will continue our class in the next class, and we will stop here with mountains, and let us revise our lesson number 4. We started about the major landforms. That I said, major landforms are mountains, plateaus, plains, deserts and rivers. Okay, and the peak of the mountain, the shape of the peak is called what? Which shape? Conical shape. And there are Himalayas and Alps, they are young mountains, whereas Aravallis and Appalachians are very old mountains. Got it? Okay. With this we will conclude. We will continue our class in the next video, and thank you students for listening very carefully. Go through all subjects, videos carefully and read your book again and again. Be very good students. Have a nice day. God bless you all.